When I was in boot camp, I met the most disciplined person of my entire life. It was my drill sergeant. And drill sergeant, if you don't know, is kind of like your instructor or your trainer while you're there at boot camp. I'm sure you've seen those videos of those guys with the cowboy hat going around just yelling at people. That's a drill sergeant. They're there to train you, they're there to instruct you while you're there in boot camp so that you can actually become a soldier. And my drill sergeant was, quite honestly, the most disciplined person I have ever met in my entire life. He was an Army Ranger, which meant that if you know anything about Army Rangers, it's kind of like the Army's version of the Navy SEAL. So you know how you have Navy sailors, they don't call them soldiers. I don't know why, or I do know why, but you have Navy sailors, and then you have Navy SEALs, which is like the best of the best, Navy sailors. For Army, it's you have Army soldiers, then you have Army Rangers, which is like the best of the best Army soldiers, right? And he was a Army Ranger that actually failed Ranger School twice. I remember him telling us once it was because he had an injury, and the other one, I think it was honestly because of performance. He could not perform the best, so he didn't get selected. But that did not stop him. In fact, he kept trying over and over again until he eventually got it. I even remember him telling us a story of how to run faster, he would actually attach a parachute to his back and start running with it, because obviously the weight would drag you back, but if you run with it on, it's like you're training with the weight on, right? This is because Army Rangers actually have to run, I believe it's 5 miles under 30 minutes or 40 minutes. I'm not sure the exact amount, it's 30 to 40, but they have to run very long distances pretty quick. And so to get faster, he would actually attach a parachute to his back and start running with it. I even remember whenever we were doing a fitness test. So when you're there, you take three. When you're in boot camp, you take three fitness tests, and in all three fitness tests, what he would do to motivate us and show us, hey guys, I'm here with you guys. I'm a leader, but I'm here with you guys. He would actually run with us during the fitness test in his uniform. So while everybody else was running in, workout clothes, we have shorts on, whatever, he was running in uniform and in boots. We had running shoes on, but he was running in boots, and he would be like the second or third place person in front of mostly every single soldier that we had. And eventually, because of his hard work, his discipline, his commitment, he actually ended up winning the Drill Sergeant of the Year award, which meant that he was actually the second best drill sergeant of the entire year whenever I went to boot camp. So as you can see from these stories that I'm telling you, he was a very disciplined and committed man. But recently, I actually started to think, what makes a person this archetype? Why are there so many people like this, or Goggins, or Jocko Willink, or whoever it may be? What makes them so disciplined? What is the character? What is the archetype of that type of person? And the answer that I actually came up with, the reason why my drill sergeant is disciplined, the reason why all these people that you see online, Goggins or Jocko Willink or whoever it may be, the reason why they're so disciplined is because of their purpose. So your purpose makes discipline easy, quite honestly. But the reason why these people are so disciplined is when you have a clear-cut purpose, you want to do the hard things that will get you closer to that goal or your purpose. If you don't have a clear-cut purpose, you simply will not do the hard shit that is required to get towards that goal. You won't work out. You won't work on your business. You won't wake up early because you don't have a purpose. You don't have a goal that you're striving towards. You don't have a goal, an endpoint that you're trying to get to. There's no reason as to why you're doing the hard shit. There's no bigger picture there. So of course, it's no surprise that you won't wake up early. It's no surprise that you won't go work out or eat clean or work on your business because you don't have a clear and defined purpose. So why should you even do these things? But when you have goals like, okay, I want to achieve this physique, so I'll eat healthy and I'll prioritize sleep. I want to grow my business, so I can't be out there partying every single weekend because I need to work on my business. It's easy not to go out and party when you're trying to build a business or retire your mom in the next 1 to 2 years like I am. It's easy not to eat junk food when you're trying to build your dream physique. It's easy to be disciplined and run with a parachute on your back and win the Drill Sergeant of the Year award when you're trying to become the highest ranking soldier in the US Army like my drill sergeant was. Your purpose makes discipline easy because you're going to be like, okay, I can't slack off. I have this goal I want to get, and if I slack off, I won't get towards that goal. So I have to prioritize everything in my life towards getting this goal, or else I will not achieve that said goal. So I can't slack off. So you see, that's really how you become more disciplined. You have to first find a purpose, find a goal that you're going towards, and then align your life towards that goal. And everything else will fall into place, and discipline will eventually become easy because you have a vision, a goal that you're going towards. And if you align your entire life towards that goal, you'll just naturally want to do the hard shit that will get you closer and closer to that said goal. So the question then becomes, okay, Aryan, how do I find my purpose? How do I find my why? And that's a very hard question for me to answer. I can't just sit here and in 2 minutes you'll just find your purpose and you'll be good. No, that's something for you to find out on your own. But this is a very difficult and nuanced and hard question because it's different for every single person. But the biggest thing that I will say in regards to finding your purpose is to do introspection. So this is a boring answer, but cut out all the stimulation. Cut out your phone, your computer, your laptop, music, TV, movies, Netflix, video games, whatever. Just cut all of that shit out for a few days and go on walks, meditate, journal. Literally just sit there and think, what do I really want and why? And just dig deep into yourself. For most men around 20, my age, it's probably either fitness or money. For this portion of my life right now that I'm in, it's money, which is totally fine, right? But for you, it might be something else. If you've ever read Way of the Superior Man, a lot of people recommend that book. It's a very good book. But if you've ever read that book, David Deida goes into depth on how a man's purpose works. Essentially, how it works is it's in layers. So let's say for me, my priority right now is it's finance. I want money, right? Once I've achieved said purpose of however much money I want, then that purpose layer closes and then it becomes another thing. So let's say after that, it's something like, okay, now I want to work on my athleticism. I want to work on becoming more mobile or agile. I want to work on my speed, my vertical, whatever. That's my next purpose layer. After I've achieved that, it becomes, okay, now I want to build a community of like-minded people who are all on self-improvement, who want to improve their life for themselves, for their family, who are also, spiritual, who are religious, who want just the overall best for their life. Maybe I want to build a community like that. Then after I built that community, it becomes another one. Okay, now I want to get into an actual professional fight. I want to learn how to box professionally, and I want to have a professional fight. And then you see it keeps going down and down and down and down and down until you finally get to your core. That's just some examples of mine. For you, it could be something else. But it's really up to you to find out and figure out what exactly do you want. You don't have to have it all mapped out like I do, because that's just an example. I'm not sure if I will actually follow through and go through all of that. But for right now, at least find the outer layers of your purpose and find out, okay, what do I really want? What do I really want to do? Don't just stop at, okay, I want to become rich just because whatever, right? Everybody has that goal. Everybody has that goal of, I want to become rich. I want this car. I want this Lamborghini, whatever it may be. But their actions prove otherwise. They're not disciplined. They're not putting in the work. That's another food for thought, actually. When people tell you they want to get rich, obviously support them, but look at their actions. If their actions are not aligned to them achieving that goal, then they're not going to achieve it, right? That's another separate story. But really, you have to ask yourself, okay, maybe you start thinking and you get to the point where it's like, okay, one of my purpose layers, or I think my purpose layer is I want to get rich. Don't just stop there. That's very, very surface level. You have to really ask yourself, okay, why do I want to get rich? Is it to provide for my family? Is it to give back to your community? Why? Why is the reason, or what is the reason that you want to get rich? Dig deep and do introspection and really find out, why do I want this certain thing? And by the way, it doesn't have to be money. Money is just the easiest example that I can give you because it's so applicable. Everybody can understand it, and it's just super easy to just comprehend what I'm trying to say here, right? So to really, that's how you can cultivate soldier-like discipline. It might have taken a turn and gone into something else, but the biggest thing is honestly finding your purpose, aligning your entire life towards your purpose, and then from there, trust me, discipline becomes super easy. Super easy. Like I mentioned, if your goals are, I want to retire my mom in the next year or two. I want to get rich and give back to my community. I want to, build a body that is respected by other people. I want to do whatever big dream. You simply will not slack off, and you will build discipline because you've told yourself, hey, I have this goal that I want to go towards, and if I don't take the actions needed to take the right step towards those goals, then I won't achieve those goals, right? So like I said, find your purpose. This will take some introspection and some digging. Align your life, your entire life. Do everything towards, completing that goal or purpose, and discipline will just come from there. That's pretty much all I have to say for it in this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.